Okay, so the first thing we need to check, obviously, when someone's getting to our page, our index images.php, we need to check whether the ID has been passed through the URL parameter. Without this, we cannot process this page, because whenever we're going to add the new image, is actually associated, the new image is associated automatically with the category. And without knowing which category we are associating the image with, we cannot process the code. So let's check first if is set ID, then process our code, and after the footer, else require once our error page .php. Okay, so that's all fine. Now that we know the ID has been passed, let's first, what we're gonna do first, we're going to be actually working on the displaying of the images rather than uploading them, so that when we get to the point of uploading them, we will be able to see them straight away actually underneath. So if we go back to our text editor and create a SQL statement, select all from images where category equals ID, order by display order in the ascending order. Okay, so we've got our SQL, now MySQL select DB, which was database, ConnDB, and ConnDB connection. Now we do result equals MySQL query SQL ConnDB or die displaying MySQL error. Okay, now rows equals MySQL fetch sock result, and total rows equals MySQL num rows result. Let's copy the result and it's going to be here, MySQL free result. Okay, so now that we have it done, we can copy the total rows, scroll down to our second form, and before that form, let's start with the opening PHP tag, and if total rows is more than 0, then we're going to do something with the form. Else, obviously within the PHP tags, well, else we're gonna do something else. And what we're going to do, if there won't be any images, is we will echo the message saying there are currently no images associated with this category, and closing paragraph. So we can actually go and test it now, because we shouldn't get any. And there we go. Fair enough, our message is displayed. If we go back, and before the opening li tag, let's type do, and after the closing one, while, and we're going to be copying rows equal MySQL fetch sock, and paste it inside of the while brackets. Okay, so this is going to loop through the records. Now we need to obviously display something inside of those li tags. So the first thing will be a class zoom rel group. These two things will tell our jQuery plugin to allow this lightbox to be attached to it. So rel group, then href. This is going to be the path to our large image. Title will be the caption displayed with the image. You can close the A tag. Now inside of this this A tag, we're going to place an image. Source will provide in just a minute. Then alt tag, alt parameter. Then we can close the image. After all this, after the A tag, we're going to create label for remove now hash, and we're going to provide the ID of the specific record. So opening PHP tag, echo rows ID, semicolon, closing PHP tag, and then we need to provide the, and then we actually can close this because it's a label. Yes, now we can close the label as well. Here inside of the label, we're going to have an input type checkbox, name exactly the same as here, so remove hash and ID of the record. Then ID equals same thing, value equals, and value will equal this no, the value will equal ID as well, actually. Yes. Okay, now we can close our tag, then span, capital R for remove, and our closing label here. So that's all included. It's all fine. So this is our checkbox to remove the specific image. Now another label for is going to be display order hash any ID again. So if I copy the whole thing, because we're going to be using this several times now. Okay, and closing label. Then we have our input type text, name, our display order hash and ID of the specific record. Then we have ID, and exactly same thing, value, which will equal, we copy this PHP here, and it's not going to be ID, it's going to be display order. Okay, then class FLDORD. The class is already created now, style sheet, so that's all fine. So we've got our while loop and all the elements created now. In the next video, we'll have a look at our config.php file, where we will define the paths to our folders with images, as well as dimensions of a specific images whenever they are uploaded.